Jacob Scooters Lawn Care here. Today we demoed Ditch Witch 750. SK750 I believe is the exact model. I don't believe they make them anymore. They're the maybe a year prior, 2-year old model. This one's one that came back in and had 100 hours. Company bought it just to have another one on hand while they were getting one fixed, and they brought it back. So today we demoed that, and I got a little bit of video on the project we did. Don't have a lot of video of actually running the machine. Then I also have some video from I'd say about a month ago where we did another dirt job and demoed the bigger model, the SK850. I'd like to see if you guys have any thoughts or information on any of these other machines maybe you guys have done.
Okay, so here's the video. Here's what we got left. Plenty of dirt. Skidster's running, or a little Ditch Witch is running great. 750 is a nice piece of equipment.
These guys are killing it. They're doing great.
Here's the hole. Here's all this bare matting that we're covering up. Get a little video action, guys. I'm thinking we're gonna have a YouTube channel. Here's one last video of Bill's property. About finishing up. The guys have to come back a little bit tomorrow. Here's where the koi pond used to be. Joe and Greg have been getting in more flagstone. We're gonna fill this whole area. Say hi to the camera there. Hello. Okay. That's all filled in. Dad's placed the flagstone. He moved a bunch of plants there. Putting a little touch-up rock on the top. And here's the backside that he kind of nicely filled in with a light little bit of flagstone.
Okay, so that was the SK750. And here's the big dog, SK850. Okay, so yeah, that right there, that was the SK750 was the first one. Like I said, not a whole lot of video on the usage. We had really good luck with that machine. We've been demoing both to kind of see what it is we would want out of that or the bigger dog from the salesman, which I don't take a whole lot from a salesman, but they mentioned that the only real difference is going to be the flow amount when you're using high flow tools like a Harley rake or, you know, maybe a trencher. And for our applications as of right now, really we need a bucket, maybe a light material bucket which carries like a half a yard in one bucket, and then just the standard bucket for digging, because you can dig with one too. That first project that you were looking at, we filled a koi pond. We had to haul in a tandem a tandem got dumped there, and then I think we brought 1 yard of extra dirt, just topsoil to touch off some stuff. But so it worked really well for the moving dirt. As far as that compared to the 850, which you see with a Harley rake on it, that was not much of a difference. I noticed a little bit of difference when you pull on the joystick in reverse. The 750 seemed to be a little more sluggish on the tracks, the pump for the tracks. The 850, kind of when you move the joystick on the 850, whatever direction you move it in, whatever the condition it is, it moves. It doesn't stop. So from what I've seen, I think both pieces are a great piece of equipment. You've just got to really ask yourself, am I going to be using high flow equipment? And then how regularly am I going to be using high flow equipment? Because if you only use it once in a while, it's not going to be a big deal. But if you're going to run a Harley rake all day, every day with that machine, you're going to want the big dog. And you'd have to have a pretty small niche to be using that machine with a Harley rake when you could have a full-size skid steer unit instead. Which when you check on forks, for example, forks for that ditch witch are as expensive as they're more expensive than a full-size skid steer. So after all that's been said, I think Ditch Witch is a great piece of equipment. Very impressed with their product. If you want to just do some light dirt work and moving, and that's the kind of things you do, help moving rock, that's huge. I'd much rather pay payments on that to have it work for me every month than pay employees to work and do that same labor with wheelbarrows. It kills them, and that machine never calls in sick and never shows up late. So that's a wrap, and that's what I have to say. If you guys have any questions from the experience I had with this machine, and see either of these machines, both great. If you have any questions about any of the time I spent on these, or you have any input, I haven't tried out the MT52 or the M285 from Bobcat. I know Vermeer also has some quality equipment that I would like to try. If you guys have any input on how that stuff compared to this. One more thing to point out about the Ditch Witch that I noticed, a lot of the other machines have full speed forward, and then reverse is about a half a speed. And anybody that's done any dirt work knows as much work gets done in his reverse as it does in the forward. And Ditch Witch offers, I think it's one of the higher speeds in everything, and it's the same speed front and back. Plus you stand on the pad, no walking like the MT52. And you rarely ever hit the back. It's designed really, really well. So give me your feedback. Tell me what you thought about these machines. If you got any questions, I'll try to do my best to answer them. Give us some likes. Talk to you soon, guys. Jacob Scooters Lawn Care.